what was that? Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play the Occult Chronicles. In the last episode, Dennis Reith made quite a name for himself as a mage, apparently. I walked in here, thinking we'd be slicing things up or shooting things to death with our melee-centric character. And at the end of the last episode, we picked up 4 points of pentacles, effectively turning us into a warlock. Holy flipping crap. We don't have any spells, but that will be rectified as we continue to level up. We've explored most of what I think I was able to successfully explore here on the first floor, and now I'm trying to decide what we want to do next. We've got one room on the first floor we have yet to explore, and with this high rank in pentacles, we can probably interact with the few things we weren't able to interact with before. Of course, it's also going to be more dangerous to us now, because our 7 pentacles means that we can take big hits now. The game might throw a bunch of instant death at us, or instant insanity. We'll have to see how well we do. So, to start, I'm thinking a 7 pentacles should be enough to actually fend off a creepy mortician. So I think we're going to go over here and beat this guy up, and then investigate what's up in this direction. Let's do that. We also might try to defeat the angry poltergeist of knives as well. We need 2 more experience points to level our swords 1, and 2 more points to level our pentacles. So I am nervous leveling our pentacles another time, giving us 8. The game's gonna see that and be very angry with us, as it were. Alright, I'm babbling. Let's go ahead and visit a creepy mortician and see how well we do. The strange man continues to approach you, striding forward with an unnatural gait. The spike ball now launches itself at high speed towards you. It's either fight or flee at this point. Well, we will invoke spells to counter him. Sure, he's got a floating bladed sphere of death, but you've got real magic to deal with this sort of thing. Normally, we'd be forced to only do this, and this would be the only option available to us in the game. I added these as other options. Alright, but we're going to go ahead and do this. We have only 5 tricks, but 9 draw and only 4 target. So we should hopefully, yes, get a decent hand. That is a decent hand. We just need a single cups or wands to appear, and we have won this challenge. That is fantastic. Hello, we drew the Queen of Cups, or we flipped over the Queen of Cups, and we can take her with our Queen of Wands, and we take her with our King of Wands. Pentacles, huh? Oh, that's a shame. We don't get any cup cards. We do still win. There's a decent chance we can gain an item from defeating him, so let's hope we're lucky enough. You dodge the swift attacks of the sphere, landing a wither spell on him. He screams in torment, his body racked in pain, and the sphere collapses to the ground. You finish him off with a word and press on. Three experience. That is wonderful. Not an item, but we need the experience. I think next we're going to grab a skill card. I want a skill card that can improve my wands and cups next. Then we'll take a bone of pentacles, and then we can work on... Actually, we should probably grab a spell, and then we can grab a bone of pentacles to cast them. The Broken Circle. Your eyes are immediately drawn to the dancing flames. They seem to have no source of fuel, but are confined to a chalk circle enclosing a pentagram. At each point, a small votive candle still burns. Then you notice the robed body sprawled on the wooden floor. You step closer. As you advance step by step, you begin to feel uneasy. You sense a powerful evil presence in the room, and a chill runs down your spine. A face takes form in the flames, and you stop in your tracks. It seems to stare into your soul, and you are afraid. This thing bound within the pentagram is demonic. Of that there can be no doubt. You must focus your mind and overcome the swelling sense of panic that the creature's gaze has sent through your entire being. We don't have any face cards, so hopefully we can at least reduce the damage we'll take here. Or we can actually win. That's fantastic. You have kept your sanity, and you break contact with the flaming demon. You'll know better than to look it directly in the eyes again. You stumbled upon the scene of demon summoning gone wrong. The power within the pentagram circle has obviously lashed out at its would-be master and killed him outright. What the hell was he doing here? Avoiding contact with the demon's fiery eyes, you examine the scene more closely. You notice that the chalk circle has been broken ever so slightly. This must be what led to the demise of the robed figure lying prostrate before you. Who knows what this poor evil soul had in mind that would compel him to consort with demons? You must tread carefully here. We need that one script on the body, so I think we will search the body. This must be the remains of the acolyte of which the demon in the fireplace spoke. He was obviously playing a very deadly game by trying to summon and bind these demons. The name should still be on him somewhere. With that current negative token in effect, I really don't feel comfortable failing challenges anymore until that goes away. You carefully search the acolyte's robes and find a small scrap of paper with a name etched onto it in what must be blood. We can interact with this again and try to communicate with the demon. It is a persuasion check, and I need to do those. We have a chance to get to a talisman, thanks to that one edge. A very, very small chance, but I think we'll take it anyway. With the chalk circle broken, you wonder why the demon has not attacked you. Perhaps you could try and communicate with it and see what it wants. It's a choice that should be considered carefully. You know from your training that the demon will seek to deceive and dominate you. Oh, if we get a cups, we'll have won this. And this will stop us from having to lose something. Actually, what does this do? We bumped our ace up to a 7. Should always... Oh, that is nice. Should always attempt to use all the items I possess. That gave us an extra 2 points. Initiating the communication via the lost sign language of Chaldash, you establish contact with the demon. It claims to be a prince of hell, but you suspect it exaggerates. It wants you to do something for it, and it promises to reward you if you hold to the bargain. The demon wants your help and threatens to kill you and take your soul, just as it did the sorry acolyte lying at your feet if you do not cooperate. In this house, a worthless servant of his has been trapped in a ritual of summoning. It was bound by the acolyte to a fireplace as a crude joke. On its mantelpiece is an old slip of paper with writing on it. Bring the paper back here so that he can release his servant and punish him. If you do this, he promises a reward fitting your task. Oh, this is the kitchen. Good thing we came in this way then. There's 2 things in here. One might be the refrigerator. The other, I think, will be the butcher. Or the chef, this is what I meant. You see what at first looks like a blur of light and shadow, moving back and forth in a circular pattern. It might even be the reflection of some nearby mirror or window. Suddenly, you see a ghost materialize before you. It's dressed in the classic attire of a chef with an apron and a distinctive cooking hat. You stop dead in your tracks and try and compose yourself. Your mind races contemplating this ghostly creature that has suddenly appeared before you. The fear it elicits is of course natural, but confronting the supernatural is never easy. Are we a little bit better at this, Dennis? Think we can do this today? I'll risk spending a 5. I'll spend the night now to win the challenge. You have kept your sanity. You might even emerge from this a little stronger. The ghostly chef floats around in a circle as if moving from working station to working station. It seems completely absorbed in what it is doing, and it does not seem to be paying you any attention. Let's order dessert. You have found the chef, apparently. It's time to use your skill as a medium and order the dessert. We have the pentacles. Only a 2. Uh-oh. Oh. We gotta play it. I don't want to lose these challenges at the moment. We'll spend the queen. We're all in now. You enter a trance and reach out to the ghost. It turns to look at you with a concerned face. You are here about the dessert, no? I would very much like to help, but I need my knife. It's run off somewhere. Once it's back, I will serve up a dessert to be remembered. Dessert. Yes, yes, but my knife has run off somewhere. There will be no dessert until it's back. Have you found it? It's very sharp and very strong-willed. Has a mind of its own, you know. Please tell it to come back here at once. You have a bad feeling about this. One more experience, and we'll be able to improve our stats a little more. You come across an odd sight for this house, and that is saying something. Before you stands a 1922 Kelvinator refrigeration unit. Who knows how it got here? You notice that the door is hanging slightly ajar. Your eyes are drawn to the interior of the main porcelain cabinet, and you are shocked by what you see. Jars and jars of eternal organs. Some human, some you are not sure of. Your stomach churns at the sight of all the neatly stacked organ jars. The methodical alignments and the precision of the stacking makes you wonder about the evil obsessive-compulsive genius behind this. Uh-oh. I need to pass this, or we're gonna... Okay. I'm sorry. We don't need to pass it, but I need to claim at least one card. And we do pass it. Your mind is strong. You aren't going to go looking around for sandwich fixings, but the sight of the organs and tissues, many of them still moving, doesn't really faze you. Rows of neatly stacked transparent jars and specimen dishes containing organs and tissue samples fill the inside of the main porcelain cabinet, each labeled in a neat mechanical handwritten script. You glance over the labels, noting some of the stranger ones. Krogan, Asari, Drell, Turian. On the bottom shelf is a rack holding dozens of vials, each also neatly labeled. Zugul venom, trace of the beyond, Gnat's acid. No, we're not going outside. We don't need to do that. So I'm thinking we'd go and get the knife. We go and try to defeat the oven. We might be able to get that done. We've also got the fire here. Oh, normal imps. Hold on. You hear the chittering and the laughter and almost immediately recognize it for what it is. You've encountered imps before. They are the servants of dark powers and demon princes, and they are nasty little creatures. You spot them leaving the shadows and moving directly towards you. Their laughter is unnerving. Seeing these little things armed with these pitchforks reminds me, I think they're called the Miblins from Zelda Wind Waker. Those things were freaking creepy. Look at that face on that one. That's just creepy. Very creepy. You try and block out the cackling laughter and focus on the danger at hand. We have an excellent hand, actually, to resist a horror check. Why not? We'll go all out here. Your mind is strong. You've dispatched dozens of creatures like these before. You remember that exorcism you helped out with in Georgetown all those years ago. Yeah, so I guess Dennis and Derleth were together defeating demons, and now we find a ton of demon-related activity inside his own house. Some of the imps make a frontal assault, while a few try to flank you. They will use their numbers against you to swarm your defenses. The good news is that you can kill them. They are just tough little buggers. So we will attack them. I did not add any other means of dealing with imps at the moment. I might do so between episodes. We'll see. So let's go ahead and just attack them. I mean, this is the only option we got. Well, we can flee, but that's actually kind of a little tougher. Though I don't think we'll take as many wounds if we fail. You'll need to really wade into them to get them to break. They serve a master and almost always fight to extinction. Well, we've won, just like that. Thank goodness for our queen. You soon have created piles of imp bodies all over the floor. They fight until the last one dies in a fit of coughing laughter. Okay. I think I want mechanical devices. Oh, what's the bone I have? I forget. Oh, maybe I already have a bone pentacle. Oh no, I should check this. All right, well, I don't think it matters because I'm going to pick mechanical devices. So we'll be able to increase our cups and wands. I think we can improve our wands 3 times and our cups once. Defensive heroic feats and edges. Those are used basically for traps and or for puzzling. Lock edges, which will be useful as you know down below and up above. in the other floors, and a cup's bone if I don't already have one. We'll select this. Done. 2 more experience, we can improve our wands, now be a lot more comfortable. We took a bone of wands, so we need a cup's bone and a pentacle's bone. Okay. Let's search this fireplace for the object that the other demon needs, and then we'll turn in this quest with this demon. Search for old paper on mantle. This must be the worthless servant that the demon in the broken circle was talking about. You inch forward to see if you can spot the piece of paper with the writing on it. This is not looking good. It's good. You quickly spot the slip of paper on the mantle next to an old clock. You quickly grab it and duck back, slipping the paper into your pocket. We'll complete this quest. Against your better judgment, you throw the slip of paper with the demon's name into the fireplace. You see sparks of blue and green, and the demon laughs with delight and then disappears. You receive your reward as promised, but you sense there might be some strings attached. The Chariot. Your successful fleet challenges are converted automatically into evasions, allowing you to stay in the location where the challenge occurred while this card is in your inventory. Another Ore of Luck is also very, very useful. Let's go back to the main menu. This way, if anything bad happens, at least the game is saved. So our luck at the moment, I think, is 4. I think we have 4 luck now. We're getting lots of trump cards early on, too, but I really want some more talismans. Oh, well. Okay, we have this place to explore. What else do we want to do? With 1 more wands, we can probably communicate with the figure in the mirror. We can also kill this guy very soon, too. Let's go get the knife. Oh, wrong way, Tim. Actually, while we're in the area... No, we're not in the area. We gotta go all the way down for that. Get the knife. A pack of ghouls. You stumble upon 3 figures hunching over something lying on the floor. They look up to face you. You recoil in horror as you observe their blood-covered faces. These creatures have been feasting on a body, and it looks human. We have no cups at all. We can take that. We win. Wow, how about that? Your mind is strong. You've seen things far worse than this. Ghouls. You would know those canine features and that smell anywhere. The Odd has been called in more than once to fight ghoul infestations. Calcutta, Chicago, London, Fond du Lac. They seem to pop up everywhere. Remember the briefings. Hit them hard and they will scatter. Don't let them swarm you or get behind you. Make sure you get any wounds, especially bite wounds, treated immediately. Oh, this is interesting. We have an okay chance to beat them up. We have a much more difficult chance to use magic. This is because, again, everyone, the game sees our 7 pentacles and is like, oh, that would be way too easy if that was an 8. So up it goes, and it has added a significant modifier to that. Still, that's tempting. But I think we'll try to attack them physically. We will use our knife. And I think we're good. Let's see what happens. Darn it! Could use our pistol once. Let's use our pistol. Old Reliable. Gives us some points. Oh, we might have prevented us from taking... Okay, about to say... Oh, well... Alright, we won. But I thought that if we weren't able to get any more points, at least that would have prevented us from drawing so many cards. But we won anyway. You won the battle. The ghouls are no match for you. They fall where they stood, and the puddle of blood on the floor is now bigger than ever. I think they can give you bullets as well. Oh, and courage, apparently. We'll take Whirlwind. Did we get experience points? We did not. Let's get the knife first. And then we can fight the thing in the oven. I'm a little nervous doing this fight. I want one more wands, really, before I do it. Or another cups or swords. Okay, we've already read this, so let's relay the chef's message. Communicating with something like this is always dangerous. There is no telling how powerful this possessed knife really is. You said to risk it and enter a trance. Wow, that is our best chance. Wow, that is a fantastic hand. We have two kings and 2 queens. Let's use a king immediately to win. You enter a trance and are immediately assaulted with the desire to harm yourself. Before you know it, the blade is in your hand, but you fight back and make it listen to your command. The knife obeys. It will return to the chef shortly. Oh. I was hoping for 1 experience point from that. Alright, let's go fight the thing in the oven. So, we do not have a good chance to beat it up. We have an excellent chance, though, to incinerate it. You decide to unleash your sorcerer's power on the diabolical contraption. You've had success in the past dispelling such creatures by simply overwhelming their defenses. It's time to turn this one up to 11. Ooh, we didn't get a lot of draw, though. I wouldn't mind taking a loss. Let's fail. You lost a battle. The spirit animating this haunted oven is potent and strikes out at you. Ah, okay, good. It wasn't a wound. Again. Yeah, last one was better than this draw. Okay, we'll win it. It's just not it's not worth risking it a second time. You won the battle. The oven is scorched and melting in places. Whatever spirit possessed it is now gone. This is pretty tough. What can change the nature of a man? You begin to suspect that you might not have known your friend as well as you thought. He was a good man, but something here has gone wrong. That is a very nice title, by the way. All challenges that involve pentacles as the primary suit receive a +1 modifier to the number of cards drawn to the player's hand while this story icon is active, so it's even easier for us. Fantastic. You decide to tell the ghostly baker that his oven is now clean and ready for use. Maybe this will put him at peace. You cleaned it, you say? Well, that's great news. I'll make sure you get a little something if there are any donuts left over. Without a word, the ghostly baker vanishes. The Moon. Gain a random psychic talent card after this card is used to take a trick. We're going to go for that Bone of Pentacles next. Actually, it should have been a spell, because we can find arcane power. But with a bone, it doesn't... You can't cast any spells without a Bone of Pentacles. But we can get arcane power to fuel our spells, even without a bone. So I kind of did the wrong thing there. Let's turn this quest... Oh, I should actually keep exploring, as long as we have a... Well, we're here. We'll do this. Oh, suddenly you see a dim glow of a formless ghost just ahead of you. It seems to just hang in the air. This thing has killed me before, by the way, and it might, again, I have a 7 pentacles. It might be the most basic of spectral creatures, an unformed psychokinetic disturbance, but it's a spirit all the same, and it would frighten any flesh and blood human. That +1 is going to go a super long... Oh, sorry, the +1 wands will go a long way to help me with horror checks now. Your mind is strong, so you've seen things far worse than this. The haunting manifests itself as a dim ball of light. It has no sense of its previous life or existence. It wanders, hopelessly lost. You should exercise caution. These haunts cannot be reasoned with, and they can be lethal if disturbed. Normally, this is the only option available to you, but I added this one to it. It's still better, I think, for us to destroy the ghost, so we'll do this. You decide to use your psychic talents to dispel the ghost and send it to the spirit world. It will most likely resist. The game has made this tougher by probably 1 or 2 points, I think. Oh, that is a bad hand. I think we'll be... Okay, we at least got one of them. But we're gonna take a loss here. I think I have no choice. You engage in a psychic duel with the ghost. It overwhelms your psychic defenses and tries to get into your mind. Okay, wasn't an insanity. We will do it again. Oof! A worse hand than we had last time. Oh man, and we get even less successes. We will attempt again. Better hand. Much better hand. Let's just finally defeat it. You engage in a psychic duel with the ghost. It turns its mindless anger and desperation against you, but you prevail. You feel that whatever it was before would thank you for the peace you gave it. For courage. Take that. We can probably... Yeah, we can talk with her now. It's risky, but you might be able to communicate with this other dimensional woman. This might not be an invasion. Maybe it's just a call for help. It is a persuasion check. Getting 2 kings right away sucks, though. There we go. We pass it. It is said that the eyes are adored into the soul, and this proves to be the case here. You establish a mind link with this ethereal creature and discover that it desperately wants your help. Probably should have failed it until I got more successes. The woman in the mirror is indeed a powerful creature from another dimension. It is searching for its child, who was stolen from it by a sorcerer from your world long ago. The child would be a creature of pure energy in this dimension, and it was imprisoned by the sorcerer in an ornamental vase. The ethereal mother has tracked her child to this location, but cannot cross over. She wants you to find the child and free it. She teaches you the incantation required to break the seal. She promises to reward you if you do this. We have the knife. I think we'll go turn this quest in. I'd like to betray this demon, if I could. Let's turn the quest in first for some free experience points. You enter a trance and tell the chef that you have located his knife. You had to insist a little, but it got the point. The ghostly chef is still moving in an energetic circle, seemingly wrapped in its ectoplasmic food preparations. You wonder if it couldn't leave this all behind, or if it's just being punished for some foul poisoning. The Devil, +1 Pentacles bonus. Replenish all charges for any spell cards in your inventory that require charge after this card is used to take a trick. This is amazing, and it's also terrifying. The game's gonna get nothing but tougher with the higher our stats go. We need spells. We have so many pentacles. Let's try this demon. It's not a lot of draw. And if we fail this, it's going to get really angry. But we have so many tricks, and one I consider useless. We'll betray the demon. Having considered this whole errand carefully, you have figured it out. The slip of paper obviously carries the name of the demon you have bargained with, written in Old Stygian. Why else would this prince want it so badly? You could speak the name and command the demon to reward you. He was most likely going to betray you anyway. That's a good hand. 2 kings. 2 twos as well, though. But we win, just like that. You speak the name on the paper and are rewarded with a howl of torment from the demon. It lashes around the room, knocking over everything except for you. Your guess was correct. You compel it to reward you, and then to return to the hell from which it came. You have made an enemy today. Bargains with demons. During any challenge of the persuasion or deception type, each not revealed trick card has a 5% chance of being scryed at the beginning of the challenge option. And 3 more life. Okay. Now what, Tim? What's left on your quests to do? Oh, the butler. We should continue to do that. We'll leave the poltergeist there at the moment. You approach the butler and tell him what you have done. Thank you so much, sir. I was beginning to think that you had headed off in the wrong direction. Good show. I'm not risking my neck for you, sir. Three experience points. We'll take our Bone of Pentacles. We'll grab another point in Pentacles, and we're going to go for... we probably should grab a spell next. We have 9 flippin' Pentacles, so... Another Haunting. Wow. I actually think it's probably easier for us to... Well, it's tough to tell. It's normally an 8, so the game has increased the difficulty by 3 here. 7 target with 6 draw, but 11 tricks, which we can only get 10 of. Or 4 target with 6... I'm going to choose this one instead. This is an option I added. Normally you can only have this one. Get her. That's it. That's the whole plan. Get her. Let's see if we can get luck. Oh. We'll spend that to get it out of our hand. Wait, I can use... Oh, right, it's a physical challenge. We can use our knife on it now. Hey! We can take the 9 with our 9. Oh, King of Wands. We still win. Awesome. Oh, I should probably be... I just realized I can use the trench knife a little bit more strategically than I've been using it. I'm with that for the future. You got her good. No one's going to believe how you did it, and you're not sure you are either. A little more sanity. And I think we can go back to the dinner party, and that will wrap everything up here. We could go into the back and explore the yard, but I tend to always avoid that. I think we'll keep doing more of this floor stuff. We see a secret door. Oh, this must be the basement here. I completely forgot that we were looking for that. A deadly pendulum blade trap. You hear a mechanical click and see motion out of the corner of your eye. A large pendulum swings down onto your location at a tremendous rate of speed. It looks like it could cut you in half. We have an easy chance to do either. Instinctively, you duck and roll away from the falling blade. Oh, that's not a good hand at all. We're not going to do this. We're probably going to have to use a trump card. Okay, we are going to use a trump. Oh, if I don't, we're going to get hit with a wound. So I don't care about the chariot. Let's use it here. I'll just win this. You tuck into a roll and come up 4 feet away unscathed. And with an experience point. I think... I really want to spell, but we're going to go for another point in cups to help us against traps. The bas-relief face. You've come up on a large bas-relief face mounted on the wall. Its features are worn and it looks quite old. As you stare at it, you start to feel uneasy. Suddenly, you realize that the mouth is moving, its lips ever so slightly, and then you hear the mumbling. It starts as a whisper, but you can't get it out of your head as it grows in intensity. If this keeps up, you are certain that it will drive you insane. You fight to keep the mumblings from overwhelming your mind. You can't understand any of it, but the droning noises seem to want to burrow deep into your skull, and that can't be good. You begin your own chant based on a Zen relaxation technique you once learned in the Orient. It works to cancel out the mumbling and clears your mind of the pain. The face on the wall looks amiable, but you know otherwise. The lips continue to move, but the mumbling is barely audible. Examining the bas-relief more closely, you notice that there is a pictograph script of some sort disguised within the frieze that encircles the face. You sense eldritch sorcery at work here. The bas-relief could be enchanted, or cursed, or merely serving as the physical nexus of some malevolent force. You realize that you should proceed with cautions. Cautions? We can decipher the pictograms to just earn some points, though listening for the mumbles will actually complete this. I don't like those odds. We'll do this once. You decide to take a closer look at the strange pictograms hidden in the frieze that surrounds the bas-relief face. You think you recognize some of the symbols as variants on the Indus Valley seal stones. Perhaps you can decipher them. They might help you understand the strange mumbling, or perhaps even warn you of any danger from the eldritch sorcery that permeates the face. It's a lore challenge, so we can use our journal. We don't have a good draw for this. We'll spend the journal here, or the diary. Not effective. And it chose the 10. Well, that sucked. You attempt to decipher the pictograms, but make little progress. The symbols just seem jumbled and confused. We'll attempt it again. We have an even worse hand this time. We do a little better, though, but we still fail. This is much better. Much better hand. Hey, we get 5 points right off the bat. Oh, we lose that knight to that queen, though. I'm going to take the 7. With that, hey, good choice, Tim. Good choice. You step closer and examine the pictograms. They are indeed related to the seal stones of the Indus Valley. You piece together their meaning by recalling your training in the odd Lost Languages lab. The eldritch creature is known as a horribly pronounced, difficult to say out loud name, and it has been bound to the face as punishment. The mumbling must be its attempt to communicate with you. Let us try to listen to the mumbles. Aware that you must proceed with caution, you focus your mind and try to attune yourself to the rhythmic cadences that issue from the lips of the bas-relief. Perhaps something can be learned from what appears just to be dangerous gibberish. 2 kings? That's pretty good. A bunch of... yeah, 2 kings. Oh, and a knight. We have tons of cards in our hand. Holy crap. We gotta spend one, apparently. Let's spend the 7. I don't think we'll probably get another Wands card, so we'll spend our king. Oh, I was wrong, but we can still take that 6 with our 10. You slip into a trance, and the words take shape in your mind. You are face to face with an ancient eldritch creature of terrifying power, and its name is unpronounceable. It is, however, trapped in the bas-relief. It wants to strike a bargain with you. The bas-relief face seems to be almost smiling at you, and it makes you uneasy. The smile belies the agony that it must be in. The mumbling's meaning now seems crystal clear. Its heart has been ripped from it and hidden somewhere in the house. The sorcery binding it cannot be broken until its heart is returned to it. It wants you to seek out the wall that weeps blood and reach inside to find and free its heart. It teaches you the words of release and promises you that you will be rewarded should you help it free itself from the face. It's a locked secret door. We actually have a good chance to find the activation mechanism. Let's do it. Examine the... Oh. You've discovered a secret wooden door. It blends in almost seamlessly with the wall, but your keen senses were still able to detect it. Finding it is one thing. Figuring out how to open it is another. You examine the door and decide that you might be able to figure out how to activate the door. 2 aces and a 2. But we do have a King of Swords. We just need a Swords card to show up. I don't like losing lock challenges. You have a chance to get a... oh, nice. We can use our 2 to take the ace. You have a chance to get a ill omen, which will reduce your luck. You search around the door for anything of note and quickly zero in on some promising locations. After fiddling around with several bumps and nooks, the mechanism clicks, and the door slowly opens. We're only going down here. Oh, well, we should try to open this up. If we can. You've discovered a secret door. It blends in almost seamlessly with the dungeon wall, but your keen senses were still able to detect it. Finding it is one thing. Figuring out how to open it is another. This is much, much tougher. We'll have to come back for this, but at least we have this on the map. Oh, it's dead center down there, too. That sucks. Another Class 1 haunting. We'll destroy it goes with magic. No, we won't. We don't have any face cards. We'll have to get very lucky to do this. Tried it again. Well, we have a queen. That's promising. We'll win. Probably should fight it, Tim. You actually use your sword if you fight it. Your dagger, I'm sorry. Did we pick up some experience, Tim? You forgot all about that. Some cups. Let's work on a spell next. Wow, we're still on the first floor, and there's so much stuff we can still do down here, too. Let's go and do the piano. We should have a much easier time doing the activation mechanism for it. Oh, we can also do the gong. Yeah, why not? We'll do that challenge. I think our stats are good enough to succeed at it. Let's do the gong first. You see a large wood and brass gong. It looks oh, we already read this a long time ago. Let's decipher the runes and ring the gong. It's clear to you that the runes are instructions for solving the puzzle and activating the gong. You set about figuring out their origin and then attempting a translation. Well, we've had better hands than this. One face card. We do still win, though. Let's hope this will target our cups. It did not. You recognize the runes as the secret language of the enchantments that adorned the terracotta army of the first Qin Emperor. They detail an invocation. You follow the instructions to the letter. At first you think that nothing has happened. Then suddenly a ghostly aura enshrouds the gong and you. A flash of light blinds you for just a second, and you know that a gate has been opened and something has come through, and its presence is terrifying. You know from your odd briefings that any time a portal or gate to another dimension is opened up, the effects on the sanity of humans can be quite disastrous. You feel a growing sense of fatigue and despair in the presence of this dimensional rift. Well, if we get cups, we'll win. We have all the face cards for it. But that also means there's not going to be any face cards up there for us to take. Indeed. Oh, okay, I was about to say there's no cups at all, but no, there was at least one cups. Your mind is strong. You have seen things far worse than this. In fact, you were present when the Cacophony Gate was closed with the Lost Elder sign. This pales in comparison. Directly in front of you, a shimmering Chinese dragon now floats, its tail coiled around the base of the gong. Its glowing eyes fix on you, and you hear it speak directly into your mind. I have come to grant you 3 challenges, if you can first prove your worthiness. I've never actually attempted to kill Shen. We could do it, but I think it's in our best interest to request the challenges. You step forward to prove your worthiness. We don't actually have much wands. But it won't matter. Our king is strong enough to win the challenge for us. You convince Shen of your worthiness to proceed with the 3 challenges. Good, mortal. You have convinced me of your worthiness. You must approach the portal and recite the oath of entrance. Once you enter, you cannot leave unless you best all 3 of the guardians. Should you fail, you will be destroyed. On the other side, you will face 3 challenges. The first is the trial by combat, the second is a test of the body, and finally comes an examination of the mind. 3 teachers await you, but first, you must open the gate to the arena, and then step inside. You remember Shen's warning that once you have entered the portal, you will not be able to return until you have bested all 3 of the teachers who await you on the other side. However, you believe that you are ready, and you decide to bravely step forward and recite the Oath of Entrance, and then cross through whatever portal opens up. Well, not with this hand. We have 2 pages. I mean, it's not the worst hand. It's not the worst hand. Oh, and actually, it is enough. I did not think it would be. We can actually take the 2 with our 3. And we actually earned a few points over. How about that? Thank you, game, for being so kind. Recite the oath, and the door that shimmers like rippling water at sunset opens up before you. You take a deep breath and cross over. The mist clears and you are greeted by an old man dressed in flowing embroidered in flowing Chinese robes. He appears to be a scholar or a functionary of some sort, and yet he is armed like a soldier as well. You feel that you should know who he is, but you can't quite recall his name. Greetings, Lost One. I am the spirit of Dong Zhao, tyrant, chancellor, and once grand tutor. And now I must school you. Choose the form of your destruction. Psychic duel, sorcery, physical combat. I think it's in our best interest to use sorcery. Or physical. If, this is sorcery battle, this is combat demon. Wait, why is he not a demon for sorcery as well? What will give us more cards? I think we'll use sorcery. He doesn't look like much of a sorcerer, but that's what they said about Lo Pan as well. We can't use our dagger here, Tim. That's interesting to know. We do win the challenge. And with a few points over. Nice. Should be like 4 or 5 card draw. Sorcerous energy rises and wisps from your fingertips. How did you like the taste of that, Dong? Oh, that sounds nasty. In a flash, everything shifts like you are jumping from one train to the next. Nice! 3 XP. Ooh, 4 I can power, but we don't have any spells. 3 experience points, though. Very nice. Sun Se, the warlord. The mist clears and you are greeted by a young warrior wielding a gigantic Chinese polearm. I love this picture. He looks great. Greetings, Lost One. I am the spirit of Sun Se, soldier, conqueror, and hero. And now I must test you. You only have to dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge to survive my blade, and you will advance. We have to dodge twice, apparently. Oh, I didn't read it. I'm sorry, everyone. This is a trap challenge, so we kind of want to win this, and we do. And with a handful of points left over, or above the target number. You evade all the blows in flawless display of speed and agility. Perhaps you are the one. The mist clears and you are greeted by a middle-aged man sitting on a silk cushion. He looks up at you with a smile. Congratulations, Lost One. I am Cao Cao, the poet. I delight in your arrival, for visitors are few. But you must best me in a duel of poetry. I find that words can cut deeper than any steel. Cao Cao begins his poem. I lift my drink and sing a song, for who knows if life is short or long? Man's life is but the morning dew, past days many, future ones few. You think on the matter, and then recite your poem. We can use our journal here, actually. Let's do so. Darn it! Targeted the wrong cups card. I'll win this challenge. We can take wounds or impairments from this, if I recall correctly, and I don't want that to happen. Wonderful! Absolutely wonderful, gushes the poet. I have never heard such an elegant observation on roses and their colors. Truly enlightening. In a flash, everything shifts like you are jumping from one train to the next. You find yourself back in your dimension once again, confronting Shen, the mystical dragon of the enchanted Qingong. Well done, mortal. You are the first in many centuries to face the 3 challenges and return. I hope that you have learned from your journey. You step forward and ask Shen to grant you your reward for besting the 3 challenges. As you wish. Hero of the Three Kingdoms. Anytime you would gain health, there was a 5% chance that you will gain that much sanity as well. Darn it. That wasn't the best of the challenges I've ever done. We did earn some experience points. Odic Shield gets us more cards in our hand. Death Incantation, what does this do? Roll 1 bone and select X non-face played cards and bump their card values up. So this increases the values of cards in my hand, and then I draw additional cards. Tap Essence draws more tricks onto the board. This selects revealed non-face trick cards and bumps their card values down -X, and then I draw more cards. Generally, I like Odic Shield, because I just like card draw. But we get card draw with Death Incantation. Let's choose this. Next, I think we will go... for Hyperborean spell. So this must be what is holding up the pianist. He is caught in a spear... Oh, I think we already read this. So let's do this. We have an excellent chance of winning. Oh, our hand is not the best, but we should still be able to do it. And we do so. I could have failed. I think we get a trap, though, if we fail. And I'd rather not have that happen. 50-50 shot. It's going to be my Wands card. Yes! 2 more points. It's not easy, but you decipher the keys and free the pianist. He is most grateful and vows to accompany you until you return to the ball. He says that you will never even know he's there. Calm Sidestep. We get a heroic feat. Take a look at that. Roll 1 bone, and then select a not revealed trick card and reveal it. If it is a face card, add 2 times X to your tricks points taken score, where X is the number of cups rolled. Then draw a card. So we would need a cups bone, then, for this. Which I don't think we have. No, we have wands, pentacles, and swords. Okay. Well, let's actually return this and defeat the Axeman, and then we'll call the session. We'll come back and do the ghostly ball a little later, though. Or we'll do the Axeman first. That works, too. Oh, it's still not a good chance. We'll do it. You size him up and decide that you can take him. Hopefully he's just your normal axe-wielding lunatic and not some super-strength fanatic fueled by incomprehensible dark forces. I've had better hands than this, but we at least have a queen and a page. Roll 1 bone and bump the card value up on X random non-face cards plus X, where X is the number of swords or cups rolled. Then draw a card. Let's do this. Nice. We also drew a card, which is a 6, and our numbers are all higher. I think they all got improved by 4 points, too. That's fantastic. Oh, we could bump them up even more by using Death Incantation. We won. We won by a lot. Go us. You make crazy short work of the lunatic, and his axe doesn't even touch us. There's a chance that we can get his axe from this. But we did not do so. Okay, 3 experience points, though, is helpful. Chance of Azazoth. Roll 1 bone and select a revealed face card and transform it into an ace. Then draw X cards, where X is the number of pentacles rolled divided by 2. If a drawn card has a numerical value of less than or equal to the number of pentacles rolled, then add 2 points to your tricks picking score. Okay, this takes a face card and makes it an ace, so we can reduce a face card to something we can easily take. Then, if we drew a card, and that card is like a 3, and we rolled a 4, we get 2 points. Roll 1 bonus like the non-face card in hand, and discard it, and add the numerical value of that same... Okay, I like Hyborian Lightning. As face card, X number of pentacles rolled, and transform them to non-face cards the same suit. Wasn't one of these turn them all into pages? Yes, Shriveled Flesh. I love Shriveled Flesh. We're gonna take it. Roll 1 bone and then select up to X non-face cards of the same suit in your hand and convert them into pages, where X is the number of pentacles rolled. Next, I think we're gonna go for that Bone of Cups. You decide to tell the ghost that you have found the ghost pianist and that the ball can resume. The ghostly pianist makes his entrance on your cue, and the band strikes up a grand waltz. The ghost's attention is now focused on you. You think you know what they want, and you wish you had taken some lessons. The Sun. All edges that you possess are increased on level, if able, after this card is used to take a trick. It's 1 level, actually. The ghost seems to be murmuring among themselves. It's obvious they want you to have the honor of the first dance later. I need more wands if I'm going to do that, preferably 2 more wands. Well, we have some quests that we haven't... Oh, we should turn that quest in too. Let's turn in the dinner party. And that will do it for the first floor, unless I want to go outside, but I think that will waste too much time. I think next we're going to the 2nd floor. You focus your psychic energy and tap your knife once more against the imaginary glass. Ghostly heads snap to your attention. Dessert will be here shortly. While we are waiting, what can you tell me about this place? Dessert is sumptuous, and you have made 1 or 2 otherworldly acquaintances. More importantly, you think you have learned some important things that will improve your chances on this mission. There we go. That gives us all the bones now. Pentacles, wands, swords, and cups. I'm thinking we probably want our wands or swords improved next. Or we can start taking edges. We can take lock device edges or talisman edges. I mean, we only got 1 talisman, though, which sucks. I would like more of them. Well, let's move on. Actually, no, we should stop here. Yeah, we'll stop here. All right, everyone. Well, thank you guys for watching, but I think the only thing I haven't done here... Oh, we could go down here and communicate with the haunted painting of a coward now. We've also got the junk pile, but those are kind of out of the way now. I think we'll probably just head upstairs next. And we'll do that in the next episode. Thank you all for watching. I will see you hopefully in the next one, and take care, everyone.